So welcome to the it's recording, right? Welcome to the Deuce Dialogue. It's your boy Deuce with me. I got my old friend that I grew up with,
Yes.
Kayla. I want to I did my research on my side and I found out that she is a DC diva.
Yes,
Got to
sir.
get me hip, got to get y'all
There's
hip.
a lot for that.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, take it away, get me hip, get everybody hip to what it takes to be a DC diva.
Yeah, okay. What's up, y'all? So I'm Kayla, and as you said, I'm a DC diva. So I know him from way back in middle school, but basically my journey for being a DC diva began really from leaving college and being like, okay, what am I doing? Played sports my whole life, basketball in college. So I really just missed that team camaraderie, and I found the divas, and since then it's been history. There's been a few injuries from playing football, but
Really?
yes,
Really? Now,
yes.
how long is this normal season?
Yeah, so the season starts in April with games starting like early April, late April sometimes, and then it goes till June. But
Uh,
then we're always going like we got postseason in the fall. We're in
mhm.
postseason right now, and then preseason. So it's literally all year.
Now, is there a way for anyone on the DC Divas to play for the Women's Flag Football League or any way like that? Is there
Yeah,
like conflicting schedules or?
I mean, honestly, not really, because by the time what you said USA flag, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, by the time that happens, we're pretty much done with season. That's like in the summer. But we actually have teammates who played for Team USA. Yes,
Wow.
we have some dogs out there.
Now, have you ever thought about playing for Team USA?
Of course I have, but I'm so new. Like I'm so new. So
Really?
I don't really think I'm there yet, but I'm playing with people who are there. So
Now, you're new. Since you said that you're new, the whole
yeah.
DC Diva thing is new to me. How long has DC Divas
Yeah.
has been? How long has it been a thing?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. They've been a thing for like 20 plus years since the
Are you?
1990s. Like, there's a Hall of Fame. Yes, like our coaches, we have players who are about to be in the Hall of Fame. They won
Oh,
championships, like national championships 2016. And it's sad that no one knows, you know?
that
It's so sad. Like,
that's crazy.
yeah,
See, all I know is the
yeah,
WNBA and then the normal women's sports. But
yeah.
I know that I follow DMV Daily on Instagram and they be posting some of your
Yep.
practices and stuff. I know y'all got a beat. She's like, it looks like she's 6'3".
Dude, we got some,
Like
we got some huge players, and then when you add the pads and the helmet is just, yeah, we got some beasts. They're
that's
huge,
crazy.
full pads and everything. Normal
Yeah.
football, and that's the thing. And it's like women's, it's not a club. We travel, we have
See, I like
sponsors.
that. I like that because the
Yeah.
last thing I remember of any woman playing football was I'm a, this is like
I want
probably
to
like
hear it.
the
I'm trying to think who.
nah, it was this league that used to be put on MTV or Spike or whatever, and it was called the Lingerie Football League.
Oh, I have players, teammates who play for that too.
Really?
Yes, but you know what? I underestimated those players too because I'm like they're just showing off their bodies.
Right.
But it's actually really hard to like make the team and like go through tryouts, like physically just really hard.
Yeah. Like growing up, I'm not gonna hold you. I used to like want to experiment, watch that shit growing up, like staying late night. Had
I
to
feel
make sure
like
my dad
everybody
wasn't watching.
did.
Yeah, but it was just like now that growing up and looking back, I'm not comfortable watching that now. I'm not okay with
Yeah.
women being put in that spotlight. Personally,
No, I mean
personally.
I'm glad you said that because like I feel like why do they have to play football and dress like that to
Exactly.
get views? And then if you are watching it, I feel like you're just kind of creepy. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can't get behind. I'm glad that it's not. Is it still going or?
I think it is still going. It's pretty popular, but like that's not the face of. I
Yeah.
think what real like as divas, we don't want that to. Even though people always
Exactly.
ask, is it lingerie first before they? Yeah,
How can that be the first question? All right, I'm gonna just
yeah.
leave that be because that's a
Most people ask
ridiculous
that first.
question.
Yeah. And then
First,
I have to explain like no, it's actually full pads, and then like I have to show them a picture, and I'm like,
and then they're like, not interested. Y'all some
yeah,
horn dogs. Y'all weird.
yeah.
Like, why can't y'all just support it? Like, as a fan of the sport.
But I mean, it's growing. Like, I don't know if you've heard of some, girls playing on college men's team. Like one of our
Oh
players, her
yeah,
name is
yeah,
Haley Van. She plays for like Liberty
yeah. I
University.
saw her. Didn't she?
She played for the Divas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So like, I think that's cool that Girls, a lot of girls are starting to do that now. Like
Mhm.
a lot. I mean, you can go to college to play flag football now, I think. In like
Really?
California, not everywhere,
Okay. Like
but
the
it's
sunny states,
growing.
sunny states.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I always wanted growing up. I liked the PE game. What is it? Ultimate Frisbee.
Oh,
And then I got hip to like they actually play that in college.
yo, I think that's an Olympic sport.
See, I could have gone down so many roads if I just did my research or something because I could have tapped into that. I could have
Yeah.
I did what do you call it? Cornhole. We had like this cornhole tournament when I freshman moved
Cornhole's
in.
serious too. Like,
I It wasn't that serious back in 2017 because what do you call it? I was meeting the president of Pfeiffer University and she was like,
really.
yeah, she was like, if we had what do you call it, cornhole, we would have offered you a scholarship. And,
Yo.
and then now it's a
Do they
big
have that
thing.
as a scholarship
I don't
though?
know anymore because now it's a D3. When I went there, I signed to play
It's a
D2.
D3?
Yeah, I went. Yeah, after the year after I my freshman year, they went down
Wow.
to D3, I believe, for like more funding from alumni or something like that.
I'm so shocked.
Yeah,
I feel like almost everything now. It's like I just found out about pickleball. We like went to this place and like that's like I saw people playing like professionally pickleball and there's so
yeah.
many different yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, pickleball. That's shoot. Her mom plays it. I That used to
That
be a
game is
PE
fun.
game. Like
That game is fun.
everything that can be a PE game is now like a legit sport. Flag football,
Yep.
shit. The games that we used to grow up playing, flip your lid. That shit's gonna be a PE.
Oh,
Remember
when
that?
you're on opposite sides and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever played flip your lid?
But and like
Oh
even tag. But it's like
yeah.
ultimate. Like
Oh yeah.
there's obstacles.
That's crazy. That is so wild.
Yeah.
That's
They're
crazy.
doing everything now, but just making it extra
Everything is
extreme.
so progressive now.
Yeah. It's scary, isn't it?
Frisbee golf.
Yeah, yeah. You know
Frisbee
what?
golf.
It's like frothing. I played that like twice in
Really?
the woods with some of my friends. It's really hard, but people like
Dang.
have techniques of how they throw it, and
Yeah,
they're
and they have
really
different
accurate.
discs.
Yo, I was like, how is this a thing?
I All that it takes is for one person to be curious
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
everybody just comes together, sign a piece of paper. It's an organization.
yes.
It doesn't take that much, but
No, it doesn't. You can't say no to anything anymore.
yeah. I mean, I can say to no to some things and some topics, but on
True.
the since everything is progressive in sports in that aspect, how do you feel the progression in women's sports has been in the past like decade or however you've been in the women's sports?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been really good. You know, it's sad to say like I don't necessarily follow like the WNBA as much as I should.
Hmm.
I think they've made strides, but for some reason, whenever I do tap back into that, it seems like it kind of stays the same. Like
Right.
it doesn't really feel like a lot. Maybe it's behind the scenes work, but it's nothing like in my face where I'm like, wow, this is really big for women's sports. And like
Hmm.
even with the divas, you know, we don't get paid. So it's like, you know, we're working, traveling, paying, you know, for flights and everything. And we don't get paid. People have families and kids.
Yeah.
And then they expect us to perform. And then it's like, oh, we have work in the morning.
Hmm.
So it's like, I think we're getting there. I think we're getting more recognition, like more commercial ads and just
Hmm.
honoring us more. But I'm not seeing like it monetarily, like money wise.
Mm.
And
So the front end, y'all doing all the busy work, doing whatever y'all doing, but on the back end, it's not adding up.
yeah, and I think the thing is too, like it has to be enough to get people's attention. I mean, like we're on ESPN too, which I think is pretty big, but I think it needs to be that fan base where they think they're gonna make money off of us.
Hmm.
And like we also gotta win for that to, you know, be like, okay, like let's invest in this.
Right.
You
Now, do
know?
you think it's not as progressive? Well, just in women's football for the Divas because there's not many women's sports and football like across in
Yeah.
Europe and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's a good point. But actually, there's a whole other organization called the WFC, and and like there's teams in Finland and Australia. You know,
Mm.
there's so it's like it's hard to say that's the reason. But I do think it's again not as competitive and popular enough to like. It's coming though. Like I do feel it. It's coming.
Okay, I'm actually excited for it because there's really not stuff to watch on TV. Everything that I watch
Yeah.
nowadays is like streamed,
Same.
pre-recorded or whatever. Go on Netflix, watch it,
Yep.
whatever.
Same here.
But the only things that I watch live is the sports,
Mhm.
and I can only watch so many football games, for
Right.
men, and then basketball games. I
Yeah.
I can tap into hockey and baseball, but I'm, I'm just
Yeah,
watching the puck
hockey.
and ball going around.
But I was like, hockey.
But if it was just like women's football, I'd watch it still because
Yeah,
it's still football. It's just
it's
in a different angle.
exactly, and it's different. And like, I think it's cool to show the athleticism of women too. Like, we have some players who, honestly, I think they can beat some of the men. Like the way they run their routes, like literally all stars, MVPs every game. And like people don't get to see that, you know. So it's nice if we showed those female athletes who, because people don't think of women running routes and making it look good, you know, making it look sexy. They're probably like, ah, it's like, eh. So
But like I don't understand how people aren't supportive of that. At least like at the
yeah,
minimum.
yeah, I think it's like, gender norms, even though it's like a wide range of people on the team, like it's amazing.
Mhm.
So I think that's nice, but not everyone wants to see that. And even like my mom, she just doesn't like that I'm always getting hurt. Like she's like, why can't you play basketball? Why can't you like
I'm still
play
gonna
a
catch an
sport?
elbow.
You know what I'm saying? And I did catch an elbow, and it broke my eye actually.
Whoa! How long were you out
Playing
for?
flag. This happened in January, and then I kept doing normal things. Went back to the
Mm,
doctor. They were like, "You broke all of this." So I had an implant put in my eye in August. Yeah, I
wow.
know, from playing football, and then tore my ACL in July. So it was like one after the other from playing football. Yeah.
That's crazy. See, me, I just had the concussions and the normal, little
Yeah.
little elbow to the nose, but anything other than that, the worst thing that has ever happened to me was kidney stones.
Ooh, I mean, those are different in itself, a different type of pain,
Yeah,
but
that's like people say I'm not gonna say, I'm just gonna repeat what people said.
okay.
They said that it's up there with giving birth. I'm not going for
I
it,
mean,
but
maybe
I
for
can
you
understand with the what do you call it?
when it
The have
passes,
Yeah, having
yeah.
to get it through a
For a
canal.
guy's perspective, probably, but I still don't think as
No,
bad
bringing a
as.
child into this world is a whole different game. First of
Yeah,
all,
yeah, yeah.
like yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna let you have it, but that is still pretty painful. I hope
Yeah,
you recovered.
I had them twice.
Oh
My
dang,
first
we
my
got
first one was when I turned 21. Yeah, that was
wow.
my birthday gift from God.
Yeah.
And then the second pair, well, legit pair, but when was it? This past July. Yeah,
Oh, so this was recent.
I got them in May. Another birthday gift.
What do you do for that? Don't you like drink cranberry juice, or is that something else? I don't
Actually,
know.
that's on my list not to drink.
Really?
Yeah, cranberries and cranberry juice. I
What? I
don't.
thought that was supposed to help.
That's what I thought, but my doctor, he said I had to drink like 62, what is it, ounces of water.
Oh my god, I can
Yeah,
barely drink a bottle of water. I'm not gonna lie. Like I gotta put like the liquid IV in because I'm like I
yeah, I
need
kind
more.
of had to fall back in love with water because I used to
Yeah,
have like a water wave, just drink water, didn't really drink
that's
sodas at the
good.
time. I'd
Yeah,
say it was around sophomore, junior college.
that's good.
Yeah, it was probably like the best, you know,
You felt good, like lighter. Yeah.
I felt full, but it was like I didn't have any food. Like I was still hungry. Like I had the taste for something sweet, whatever,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But I was like I didn't have enough room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I
I understand completely.
now what did you bring? Any questions or well for the first I'm gonna say let me say this. I don't know if I told you. I think I told you in the beginning when I first brought this podcast to you. This is of course all about sports and whatnot, but a part of it is about the generational link what I'm trying to have for
Yeah.
the segment. But it's I'm talking about the generational indifferences and similarities and how we can grow from that either in our own generations or across the board. Because
Mm.
I created this podcast to learn. I love learning. I like
Yeah.
learning about people's different perspectives and stuff. I want to understand people. And the only thing,
I like that.
like the before I stutter, people always ask the question in college and my school for the history course, like, what was the purpose? What's the purpose of life?
Yeah.
And it's to grow. And how can we grow without having uncomfortable conversations or conversations in general?
That's
And trying to
good.
understand each other where we're coming from. You don't have to like the person. You don't have to love them. The bare minimum as a human being is to at least understand them.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to do with this podcast, and hopefully it reaches like enough people that actually want to benefit themselves and benefit others around them, because nobody wants to be an asshole. Nobody wants to wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or nobody wants to
And
be
it
that bully.
happens. Yeah.
So if you just want to be a nice person or just spread the love or whatever, you can tap into this, podcast whenever you want and learn how to grow with you and yours and whoever you come across in your life. So, what do you have against, not against, but like, what do you dislike about our generation, or what do you like about our generation in comparison to others?
Yeah, no, that is honestly awesome that you bring that up, and I'm really thankful that you're putting this out there because not a lot of people do that, or they don't do it in the healthiest way. It's either demeaning or
Hmm.
just invasive. But I think it's so. I usually watch the news every morning, like going to work, and the main thing I've seen with this generation is like lack of accountability. Like it seems like that they
Mm.
aren't scared of consequences anymore either. Like
Yeah.
a lot of youth gun violence going on, like
Hmm.
schools and then overdosing. It kind of is just like coming really fast.
It's the ego. I think it's an ego thing too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like these kids today are scary. They're like they're scary. I don't know what's going on, but every day I hear something on the news with
Hmm.
either drugs or gun violence or just something outrageous like kids are doing from TikTok. And I can't
Yeah.
lie, like I'm on TikTok a lot.
I
I
used to be on
am.
TikTok. I had 32,000 followers at one point back before
Dang.
Rona, and then took a 3-year hiatus, and now I'm back on the platform trying
Yeah.
to push this and be. I don't know. If you just look at my TikTok and look at me now, you can literally see me grow.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same thing as every other of my. So just type in Deuce, Dusse, and then it'll pop up
I'm
anywhere.
gonna check that out for sure because, like I said, I am on TikTok and
I'm gonna tell you right now that 2019 prep was cringy. I didn't do any dances and stuff. I'm not a dancer or whatever. I probably
yeah,
did like a handful, literally.
yeah. I don't do
But
the
I'm the
dancing.
skit type of person.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
Netflix, Paramount, HBO. If you ever need an extra, hit your boy up. I can lip sync like nobody's business. Like, and I can act. No, like I can act no problem. See, like I'm not gonna do it right now.
You think you can really act?
Yes,
I feel like
anything
acting
but
is pretty
cry. I
hard.
can't cry on cue, but if you need me to be pissed, like mopey, I can be mopey.
And you can hold that mood like
Oh
on
yeah.
screen. You
Oh,
think you
for
can do
real,
it?
for real. I'm alive.
I want to
Have
see
you
a
met my
video.
dog?
I want to see a video of you doing that,
Oh yeah.
like a whole, like a little 2 minute skit or
Oh
something.
yeah. I got. Well, this ain't Macbeth now. I don't know. But I can definitely, because people always ask me when I did my TikToks, it'd be 30 seconds to a minute long, and I can do it in the first take. And people are like, "How you?"
How?
Literally,
Yo,
how?
for the simplest TikToks, it takes me maybe an hour just doing the same thing, trying to time it. And I'm like, this is really silly if I was doing this in front of somebody else. Like,
See,
you
for
do it in one
me,
take?
yeah, I do it in one take because my
No.
stupid ass, when I'm trying to like get the timing joint, I'm already listening to the audio. So every time I'm trying to like get it to the right time, I'm listening to it. And then by the time I'm pressing
No.
record, it's already embedded in my brain.
No. I don't, I still don't understand that. It's a different skill to do a TikTok in one take.
Yeah.
And that's why I stopped. I just watch TikToks now. I was like, no.
Yeah, I always wanted to get into acting, but I wasn't really that, the drama type. I'm
Well,
not,
you should. Do you remember Noah?
no, yeah, Noah Spot. He was on
He was on All American
yeah,
and
he
on
played the
another
corner.
show,
Yeah, with
A Family,
mhm.
on Netflix.
Yeah, somebody from Tyler Perry was on there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
he
that's
did his
cool.
due.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't. He got the courage, got up out of Nova.
He just, yeah, went there,
I'm
which is crazy.
surprised.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy for him to take that
I am
chance fresh out
too.
of high school.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love that. Those are the stories you hear. And it's just nice, like, even though I didn't go to high school with y'all, like, I remember, middle school and stuff. So I'm like,
mhm.
oh, I went to school with him. That's nice to see.
And that's
So,
what I always want to like hear from other people, or at least want to see people put themselves in a position to get to that point.
yeah.
Because I don't want to wake up one day and drive, or get a notification of someone that I went to school with homeless on the corner. I don't want to see that. I want to
Yeah.
be like scrolling through, whoa, Caleb's Forbes 500. Whoa, like I
Right.
want to be able to see that. Like I
Yeah.
love hearing good things about people that we went to high school with.
I agree.
That's on
And
a whole nother
sometimes you
level.
don't. Like, sometimes you hear some horror stories like, oh, they took a whole left turn. So
Yeah.
the good ones you hear, you definitely gotta like acknowledge that for them.
I I I think is I don't understand how they get to that point. Maybe as they plateau in high school, college, wherever they may be, but for some reason I feel like they got lonely down the road of
A
life
hundred
because you
percent.
got all this social media, you got all these friends, you got thousands of followers, but then your whole life does a 180.
Yep.
If you had true friends, they wouldn't have let you gotten to that point.
Yep.
So like do we really have friendship through social media? Like we always have friendship in
Heck
person and
no.
whatever, but like what's on the phone like does it even match what's in real life?
Not at all. That's actually funny. Like I feel like everything is just too virtual. I mean, if someone passes away, maybe they'll give you like my condolences, but that's it. Is that a
Yeah.
friend? Like that's probably just your virtual friend, commenting and liking your posts. That's why I don't post too much anymore. I
Mhm.
do scroll to like see what other people are doing, and like it's kind of the same. They're getting married and having kids, and like there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's a spike in that too. So
I got annoyed with social media for a while, and actually for I'd say right until I met her, and then we did our relationship discussions and everything. But before, um, I I followed people, of course, but I didn't really care to see what they posted, so
yeah,
I would just mute story and post. Like I would follow people because you my friend or whatever. We
yeah,
cordial. We can be cordial, but you're not. I just have no interest in your life.
yeah.
It's you're not talking to me on the date. I don't have your phone number. That's why I'm
I
following
literally don't
you.
have your phone number. It's just like kind of surface level.
Everything's fake.
Yeah,
Everyone's low key. Like you have your family, of course, and whatever. But I feel like everyone who's knee deep in social media is low key lonely.
I feel the same way.
How do you
Like,
deal with that though?
yeah, like how are you posting every single day? And why are you posting every day? Is that what are you looking for? Because most people really don't care. Like sometimes I'm just being nosy.
Hmm.
So I definitely agree. Yeah,
Yeah, with this podcast stuff and the TikTok stuff, I posted every day to grow, and I posted every day for TikTok because I was bored at school. Like I found all these funny
yeah.
skits. I wanted to do them because I could do them, and I could do like 3 to 5 a day, and I could just bust them out in between classes and whatnot. But I didn't really look for anything within those, and I
Oh
got some
right.
ridiculous comments like "I want to have your kids," whatever, whatever.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
it
I
was
can only imagine.
no, but I'm like, okay, go in there. Oh, it's a mother with 2 kids.
Yeah,
Type. I'm like,
yeah.
bro, that's
Wait, that was on
that's not
TikTok.
acceptable.
You get the comments.
Like that's unacceptable. Like
But
you can even.
TikTok is so raw. Like people don't
I
care.
was 19. I wasn't fucking with it, so I was like, there's too many eyes on me. I'm at the bounce.
Yeah,
But now I'm
yeah.
24. I can come back and handle my due.
As you are. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And you're
Ugh.
starting off great. Like I love this. I slowly have been getting into podcasts, and I like hearing other people's opinions too, and just how they manage certain things.
How do you find good podcasts? Because the only podcast that I see on social media and whatever is talking about so many good ones. All the good ones that I see on social media is like talking about bullshit or talking about
Yeah,
the celebrity stuff. Something that's not beneficial to me. Like,
yeah,
yeah, it's interesting to know about, but no, I just don't understand.
yeah. No,
I don't
exactly.
understand about a group of people talking about Drake and the rap game, and
I
you're just getting
know.
into a 45-minute discussion about something you guys can talk about in a group chat.
And like, is that even like the most important thing? Sometimes I want to like, hear something a little bit more meaningful or like
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah, like I understand like the relationship podcast and stuff because you can actually learn from
Yeah,
other people's perspective and whatnot. But just talking about random crap that I
I
can just
know.
that, that you can just scroll through and look at social media for is just repetitive.
Yeah, it
Everything's kind of
is.
repetitive and oversaturated. That's why I
Yes.
wanted this to be different. I want people to take things from this podcast and apply
Yeah.
it to their life.
Yeah.
Either it's a skill, a perspective, or just a different understanding of a different group
Yeah.
or a demographic.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I'm here for it. This is my first time ever, so
I'm glad you're here for it. So,
yeah.
uh, sorry, didn't mean to burst your bubble, Dream Boy, but we're not gonna switch over to sports right now. We're gonna keep it pushing with the generational link segment. So just stick with us. And I had to change my fitted or my hat in general because this was supposed to be the fit. This is my little Washington, city
The
hat with the
Washington
J
Street.
tips pin and the other pin. It is what it is. But
And
what
I
else?
get one as a going away present.
You
I
get?
get a
Oh,
hat.
they had the other spot. They had the
Okay,
other
okay.
spot. I gotta get you a hat. I'll let you know which. Yeah, because actually I got so many. What do you call it? Fitteds. I say like the first six. Yeah, they don't even fit.
What?
Yeah,
Your
I
head got bigger or your hair?
yeah. When I first started my fitted journey, it was What do you call it? I used to have waves.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah, yeah.
I had waves, then I had a high top curly joint, and then I just grew my locks.
I love your locks, by the way.
I've had
Yeah,
these since I grew them out. What, April 2021? No, 2022. I graduated and then I started
they
these.
look good.
Yeah,
I love locks.
this is the first
Yeah,
time I've actually taken care of my hair,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like kind of weird because I'm actually seeing the growth and everything.
yeah. The maintenance isn't like too bad either,
Yeah, people think
but
it's a lot.
no, but the lock look definitely fits you. So
See, yeah,
yeah, it
locked
fits.
up
It
Anthony.
fits. I like it.
All right. So this actually, I told my girlfriend that I'm gonna keep these locks growing
Yeah.
until we have our first kid, and then because I clearly can't grow facial hair. I can't have a beard to grow. I don't have anything to grow
No,
until
that fits you though. Like I don't think but
maybe
that
I'll
would look
just.
nice.
I know that from the fingertip to my wrist, that's a good lane.
Yeah.
So when the kid comes, I'll cut everything to that lane. And
So what is this timeline? Is it like in the next year,
so we
months?
got so I plan to marry in the next 1 to 3, and then the child can come after
Wow.
financial whatever it
Yeah,
comes after financially. So I'd say 2 to 3 years after being married,
that's
because how
awesome.
I see it is well, we got the crib, we had our first crib first, and then because since we got the first crib, now I can get the ring
Yeah,
because the ring follows
yeah. So
because
you
we're
guys
always gonna.
like living together?
It's easy.
Really?
I work from home. I
That's awesome.
call me the housewife. Call me the housewife because I be doing the dishes. I mean, I be slipping up on the vacuuming and whatnot. But I do the trash and then I do the
Is he good?
bathroom.
Is he good to live with?
My
That's the
mom
most
used to
important thing I feel like.
my mom used to complain about me not doing things around the crib. I'm like, it's not that I don't want to do it. I'm just lazy. I'll do it. Just give me time. Just give
Yeah,
me time.
yeah.
I'm one of those people that's like, oh, I go to the sink to do some dishes. She says, you better wash some dishes. I'm not washing them dishes now. And
Oh,
since you
just because
said
she
something,
said, "Oh my God, typical
yeah,
guy." Typical, but it's like as soon as you cook, you should just do it, so you don't gotta worry about it. Like
cook
after.
as clean as you cook.
Yeah, clean as you cook.
Yeah, I know how to cook. I'm just lazy.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm the same. I really can't deny that either
I
when it
can
comes
make
to
some
cooking.
mean burgers. I can make some. I can throw down on the grill if you ever give me a chance.
I
I
mean, at
can.
least you both have your own strengths and weaknesses.
Oh
Combine
yeah, for
them.
sure, for sure.
But that's good that it's easy to live together. I feel like that's hard to like, after a while, people kind of like show their true colors, and so
But why?
people are crazy.
I don't
It takes
understand
to
about
learn.
flipping it and I don't.
I've heard a lot of things like that. Like, oh, once we moved in, it was just different. Just things just
Mm-hmm.
kind of take a turn.
That's I used to there was this one saying or something about a man having to coerce a girl to sleep with her or whatever this like
Mm,
yeah, crazy. It was a crazy statement. I'm like I can see where you're coming from because
yeah,
nowadays men are completely different than who they are and they're trying to be someone who they're not to get with a
yeah,
girl and you're like filling her up with these like maybe you're even love bombing her or
yeah.
filling her up with this
That's what they
false
do.
this facade or whatever that you're someone else just to get with her
Yeah,
and then now you have her, boom, off comes the mask. Like you just like
that's literally how it goes too.
why can't you be
No,
100% and be with like and try to get with her or get with him, whoever you're trying to get with? Why can't y'all just be genuine and
I
go from
think
there?
I think people get like wandering eyes pretty quickly, especially like now.
Mm.
I think people get persuaded easily, like by one night, or like I think people just have wandering eyes. I think it's hard for people to be loyal to one person. That's my opinion. Just from what things you've seen, I'm just like, dang, they've been dating for 5 years, but you're doing this over here.
Yeah, like
So.
I'm really deep in loyalty because the one thing I always think about is security,
Yeah.
and nothing is better than doing going out doing your 9 to 5 or whatever, and then getting a chance to like come home to someone. That's like
Yes,
the best feeling.
it is.
Like, how is going home after work, figuring out plans, going out, and then you don't even probably won't even remember the night,
Yeah,
and then you just maybe not feel disgusting the next morning depending on what you took or what
most
you drank.
likely. Yep.
And how is that better than coming home to a loved one at night after work or whatever?
And
How is
just
that
getting
better?
to unwind and relax, talk about your
And
day.
build
Yeah,
something. Cause,
yeah.
cause what y'all do as a group of people who go out all the time looks like y'all doing it on a repetitive basis, and nothing's different. Like,
Nope.
what I see in our generation is every single friend group is the same. Yeah, the people are different, but y'all do the same thing. Nothing is different from group A to group B to group Z.
Yep.
Like, I can literally sit through here and go to three people. I can go to my friend's Snapchat from high school, middle school, and college. Three different people. All
And they're
snaps
doing the
look
same
the same.
thing. That's so bad. And then I feel like sometimes like it used to make me feel like, well, why am I not doing that? Or like, should I be out? Like, maybe I need to be going out. And then I'm like, I actually go out and I'm like, why am I here? I'm
That's how
spending
I felt. I get that in
so
the
much
first 15.
money. And like, it was hard to find parking already. Like, this was just a
hmm
lot to be here.
Like, you got to do all of this just to have fun for a good 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like, honestly, going out, you never know what could happen, whether it be a friend group or
hmm
just crazy stuff happens. You need to be able to protect yourself. I mean,
Like you said, this in this generation they have gun violence and everything.
yeah,
Like I said, I think it's an ego problem. People who can't keep it like verbal, can't keep it beyond like
they're
just can't
short
keep it
tempered
there.
now. Like, people are super short tempered. It's like, cut me in line and, like, we're brawling. It
I
doesn't
don't
even make
mind
sense.
throwing the deuces, but the like I just want to leave it at that. But if it goes beyond there, I'm always
Yeah,
protected, so don't even try. But I don't have the time. That's the reason why I have a strap, big boy.
I
The
want
reason
one.
the reason why I got that is I don't have time for people to spinning back.
Yeah,
Like, if we can't keep it verbally and you have to follow me to my car or find out where I live just to make a
yeah,
point, no, that's a place of residence where me and my baby girl are staying. Now you threaten her, not my own, not only my life, but her life, maybe
yep,
our kids' life. Now, no, I'm not playing that game.
yeah.
Now that's when I'm gonna have to bring out the dog. But I'm not gonna bring out the dog because you said something or challenged my opinion or whatever.
And I'm glad you have that, because just because you won't react like that doesn't mean, the other person won't.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
you could
crazy
have ruined
part.
their day. Like, that was their last straw.
And, hey, talk to me. Let me understand. Let me try to understand where you're coming
Man,
from and your frustration.
yeah,
Okay, if I cut in front of you, how about you cut in front of me?
right.
If it's that deep, it's not even that deep because this ain't even a pool. First of all, it's not even that deep. So
You
if
gotta
you,
kill people with kindness. Try to, at least.
I'm just waiting for the day I run into a Karen or
Oh my
anyone.
goodness.
I'm waiting.
Man, just go outside. It'll be quick. It'll be quick.
I,
I'm telling
for
you.
the times that I've been outside, I have yet to meet a Karen. I really, for some reason, I want to meet a Karen. It's just an experience that, well, I've had my experience with the cops or whatever, of course,
Yeah.
but just someone like a person of like what do you call it, a civilian.
Yeah.
I just want to experience someone who's not minding their business, and I just want
Oh
to be able to tell
man.
them off, like, bro, cool it.
It's so insane too how deep in your business they will be and will make it their problem, when it's like, if you just kept walking, like, this would never have been a concern for you.
Exactly, a
You'll
lot.
find a Karen one day. It's gonna be at an inconvenient time when you're in a rush, you got something important to do, and they're
Mhm.
gonna just ruin your day.
And sometimes people just need to stay in their lane, mind their business. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people nowadays that speak on topics that they have no part in speaking on, like the A word, ABO, abort,
Oh yeah.
that joint.
No
I'm
business.
I'm a situationist. That's what I am. I'm not yay or nay. I'm a situationist, and I'm gonna leave it at that
Yeah.
because
Situation matters.
exactly,
100%.
exactly. I want to hear him out. I want to hear her out. Like,
Yes.
that's me, and that's not, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But there's other topics where like the LGBT and everything. Like, my
Yeah.
mom, my mom and Tracy. They're both part of it. And
That made me so happy to see. I love that.
like,
Yeah.
of course, I had my own uncomfortabilities and moments and whatnot growing up, but I there was no love. I loved
Yeah.
my mom. I loved Tracy. I always
That's
wanted my mom
amazing.
to be happy and everything.
That's so
So
amazing. Yeah.
like I could care less, and like the people who wish people harm and all that death
Yeah.
crap, y'all got a special place in the hockey sticks,
Oh
bro.
my gosh. And it still happens. Like I'm just so shocked how I feel like you said we progressed earlier.
Hmm.
Not enough though, because there's still like a lot of hate
Yeah,
and
because
like
I commented on this one post where it said the U.S. government says that transgender women have to, go by the draft.
the
Yeah, like
oh
from male to female.
oh
And I'm
okay.
like, you can change that will to can
Yeah.
because I'm a respect their current but like whatever they got going
Yeah.
on. I'm gonna respect that they're women. They're women. You don't make women go into the draft. And then there was all these, of course, Caucasian Southern folk
Yep.
and tooting their own horns for
Oh
the Second
gosh.
Amendment and
So
whatnot, Blue Lives
typical.
Matter people and
So
whatnot. And they
typical.
were just bashing my comment, and I'm just a person who's trying to understand and be equal and just give everybody an equal chance.
Yeah.
And okay, just because they decided to change and whatever, what they do does not affect you. Why does them transitioning
Have
gonna affect
anything
the
to do with
infantry?
you?
Like, yeah,
Nothing. Nothing at all.
like you're really on Instagram complaining about a transgender
Yeah.
fighting for the US of A.
Right.
Like,
Right.
isn't the objective to fight and to get the objective done?
Yeah.
But you're over here complaining about the brother next to you.
And it is so sad because I mean, like again, there are people too. Like we are all people. We got feelings. Like they're not handicapped. You know, they can do
Exactly.
the same job.
They got the Paralympics. I just saw a shorty with
Exactly.
one arm and one leg haul ass down the ski
Yes.
slope, bruh.
Yeah.
And she came in first. Like, come on, they can
Okay,
do it better than us.
that's crazy. I
Yeah,
would like to see. Wow.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. You can really do anything out here. So it's insane when people try to. Oh well, they're changing sex. It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like I don't like, but the whole transitioning and forcing people into like roles just because y'all say so. Like I understand like biological on the side of things and whatnot, but if you can't respect a person, that's where I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
where my problem comes in. Because now, since you can't respect a person and their wishes, means how if that was your mom, how you gonna treat her
Yeah.
now?
People don't really care unless it's personal. But like there's a lot of closed-minded people out here.
And those are the
So
people
many
that I have less
closed-minded.
to worry about.
Whew. Yes.
Hmm. Like every time I either say a controversial thing or I just have a certain view on things or whatever, and people are like, "That's not a way to think" or whatever, or you're not gonna have a lot of friends if you think that way.
Yeah.
That's less people to worry about.
The less
Like
the better at this rate. The less
exactly.
the better.
Like y'all don't give me any benefit if y'all gonna dislike me.
Yeah.
Why keep y'all around if y'all gonna dislike me?
Yeah.
But I know people who gonna dislike me gonna eat up the comments. Thank you for the engagement. Come back tomorrow.
That's always your most views is the people who don't like you. So shout out to them.
Not
They're
for real.
great.
My haters are my greatest motivators. Hopefully that's not copyrighted. Nah, but I just this generation that we're in is just like you said, it's scary. I understand when you say it's
Inexpensive. I was about to
you.
say that is probably the most thing on my mind is how expensive it is. Like trying to
Yeah.
move out, live on your own, buy groceries, do anything. Christmas was expensive.
Gonna get gonna get groceries like we literally almost grocery shop every week.
Yeah, and I mean eating out is just as bad, but it's convenient and
Hmm.
like I pay for convenience. I
Yeah.
mean I work a 9 to 5 job, come home like I don't really feel like cooking all the time, but it's just expensive out here.
Right.
I make decent money and I still can't afford to live on my own. I'm always looking, and I'm like I can't do it.
See, for y'all business people, y'all know we was taught that convenience is the best product to sell to consumers.
Yes,
However,
yes,
nothing is convenient when it comes to necessities. Gas, housing, like
facts.
nothing is like all the necessities is
Is
jacked up.
yep. That's what, and that's how they know. That's how they know. And even It's simple. Like I went to get gum from the gas station. I was like, why is this like $5, $6? And they like made me mad. And I
Whoa.
was like, what? This just seems kind of ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
and it was just gum, but I was just like, I don't know everything.
Gum.
But convenience pays. It does because I will pay. I mean, I don't DoorDash because that
Hmm.
delivery fee is crazy. But I get it. Like I get the convenience and
Yeah.
everything. You know, just yeah.
That's why I'll never go back into the office. Working from home is a big convenience.
Okay, like how I'm trying to get a work from home job. It is killing
See, it
me.
all it all started when my mom broke her leg,
Oh,
and it was Thanksgiving of what was it, 2020 or 20? That's when she broke her leg. Not her knee, the leg. The first time going to get the ham for Thanksgiving.
dang.
Yeah, she for some reason she decided to bring the dogs to go get the honey baked ham, and Sasha went that way, and her leg didn't move, and just her
Yo.
tibia was broken. So I was like, dang, and Tracy was she was going into work, so it was just me and her at the crib. So I was like, yeah, I need to find a job where I can stay around the crib
Yeah.
and help around the house with the dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I was like real headstrong about finding a work from home job. But
That's
now,
awesome you can find one because I feel like it's kind of hard now. Everybody wants it. Like
yeah,
everybody wants to work from home. They're like quitting their regular jobs just to do that.
but you gotta
I
have the
don't blame
skill
them.
set to work from home. Not everybody can work from home.
No, because they will take advantage and really not work, and then that's
Exactly. Like I do
yeah.
both. I have my fun during work because of course you gotta have your fun during your lunch hour.
Oh yeah.
But I work my butt off when I'm in my den getting my calls in and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I do IT government sales, so I don't
Okay,
have
I do
a
IT for
for real.
government too.
For
Yeah.
who?
For well, it's a government facility in Springfield, Virginia.
Oh, tough, tough,
Yeah,
tough.
but we both do. Oh, I'll have to talk to you about that
Yeah,
then. Okay,
that's tough.
cool.
Because we're a distributor. We have a whole lot of vendors we work with and whatnot. And we
Okay,
support them
awesome.
and whatnot. But actually, one of our vendors was a sponsor for the Super Bowl CrowdStrike, and they're one
What?
of I don't know if it's Mercedes, but they sponsor I believe the Mercedes F1 team. So the CrowdStrike is on
Wow,
the car.
that's pretty
That
cool. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
That's
that's cool.
tough.
That's cool. Dang, that's awesome.
I love my job. I love my job. I will say
Yeah,
that.
hook me up,
I
man.
got you. I got you. But this is where my passion also goes into because I want to do my work, but also have this. And I also had an interest in. I had an epiphany actually. This all started with an epiphany,
Yeah,
and it was I believe the spring, the spring of my senior year because I had to graduate in the fall, and I just had an epiphany where if it's like I wanted to gain financial freedom. I don't want to pay
yeah,
bills all my life and die.
I agree.
I want to be able to live. I want to be able to build a kingdom and just live. And I can only do that if I start right now.
Yeah,
There's no like I mean of course I can understand the people who want to travel after school and whatnot and whatnot. I get that. But you're delaying, your progress. You're delaying unless you're building connections and making money moves while you're traveling, cool. But if you're just going out spending bread just to make memories, cool. You're making memories, but
nothing to put
you're
into your
missing a lot.
future. Yeah,
Exactly. Like I didn't decide to travel after college.
yeah.
I got a job 6 months after I graduated. I was like, yeah, I know these student loans gonna kick in.
Ooh, let me
I
tell
know
you,
my
that's
parents ain't
different.
gonna pay anything, so it's all coming out of my pocket.
And you're starting early. Some people wait till their 30s to really even start. Like they'll just do delinquent, delinquent.
How
So
30s? That's when you have a 2-year-old running around the
exactly,
crib.
you want to be prepared. So that's awesome that you're doing that now. Not everyone thinks
Exactly.
like that.
I need to. I don't. I don't know. And especially I see it a lot. Like a lot of people don't. It's not that they don't care about their futures. They don't mind. They don't mind putting it off. They
Right.
don't mind putting it off for the sake of their own like for their own temporary happiness.
Yeah.
Because it's not long term. Going on vacation isn't long term. It's a vacation.
Yeah.
So I understand wanting to get that out and stuff, but you gotta really get the P's and Q's out the way first before you have your fun.
Yeah, I agree, but I think traveling is super important. I want to do it too, but I'm in the point where I'm like, okay, financial stability is
Hmm.
important, and then I'll do it. But I
Right.
think sometimes it's the reverse for people. People are like, well, we ain't gonna work forever. Like, work is gonna hold me back. So it's hard, but I'm with you when it comes to money, especially with the student loans and just
Hmm.
like you don't want to have to worry about, oh, am I gonna be able to pay this? Like, I just want to live freely. I don't need to be a millionaire, but
Do y'all have a safety net or something? Am I missing something? Do y'all have like parents that got bozo money that can spend on y'all's
no facts.
school?
Because then it's like it's also like the people who I'm like, you don't work.
Like you
They'll
said,
be the ones
lack of
traveling.
accountability and all that stuff. You can really see it.
Yeah,
It's,
but it's the people who don't have money. They be traveling the most. I'm like, how are you here? And like, I know you don't really work, but how are you? Props to them. I'm jealous. I really am.
yeah, I don't know how y'all got it with nothing in y'all's bank accounts. I don't know how y'all got over there.
Make it look easy.
I have a fear of not being able to support myself.
Yeah,
So I'm always gonna make sure I always tell people money ain't a problem with me. I'm always
right.
gonna have it. And it's because I work my ass off. Is I'm not gonna always reach out for people. Even my mom, we almost got in a fight about me not asking her for money.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I'm not the type to reach out my hand. I made a like what
You're the giver.
I made $3.50 last me a whole 7 days.
Oh, nah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
can stretch it.
That's extreme. I I would need at least 20.
Nah,
$3.50.
if I had 20, I'd blow that in one day.
It's
But
so easy to blow like 100 in one day. I didn't realize that. I was like,
hmm
ooh,
yeah, I feel like 20 gets you one meal now. One meal,
one meal.
unless you go into like McDonald's and
Yeah, but I'm
like
not
you can get
not
two
eating there.
sandwiches, probably like three fries, a pie, and two drinks for about $22, $25.
But if you went to like a store, $20 I don't think would get you much.
Nah, I think $20 would get you like I'd say three ground beef packets.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
some juice.
they're like
Put some
five ninety
juice in
nine,
there.
6.99. Like
Yeah, and drinks like always think if I go out to a restaurant and get a drink, it's like $14, $15. So I'm like, that's my 20 right there. Then maybe I'll
hmm
eat. Maybe.
maybe. Now, do you think the older generation before us didn't really give us a good blueprint on how to survive like the real world when it comes to like bills, inflation, and stuff? Because I know some of the things that we're dealing with now haven't hasn't been taught in the schools at all. So
Oh my
even though if we're
gosh.
in grade school, forget about college, because
Yeah.
people say college is a scam or whatever.
Yeah.
Even in the grade system, K through 12, what like how can I don't understand.
Yeah, no, that is like, oh my gosh, I always think about that too, honestly, because I'm like, why did we learn about the phases of the moon or like certain things where I'm like, we should have been learning about taxes, we should have
Mhm.
been learning about, savings and like investing and stuff
Right.
that you do every day in the real world. Like every day I'm paying a bill, every day I'm trying to figure out how to bring down my credit card bill and make
Mhm.
my credit score high. No idea, nothing about that. I mean, your parents can do as much, but like I just feel like we emphasize learning languages, which is super important,
Mhm.
but we make sure we have that, like you said, K through 12. We don't make sure we have something that allows kids to like know how to be independent. And like honestly, this whole world revolves around money. Nothing is
Yeah.
free. So they need to implement that in school. Teach these kids young, nothing is free because life is expensive. Like unless your parents got
Yeah.
money.
What's up? Five
Oh,
minutes.
5 minutes.
It's
Yeah.
all good. But
I don't know. What do you think about it? Like, what do you think should happen, or what have you seen?
I just feel like there's a group where there's people who know what to do, and those are the people that go to college. Of course, there's people that don't know what to do that still go to college, but
Yeah.
I feel like when people say college is a scam and whatever, no, it's not. College is for people who know what to do, or who like they. It's for people who know
Okay.
what they want to do in the future.
Right. That
Because
is
if I
true.
want to be a businessman, I'm gonna go to business school. If I want to
Yep.
be an engineer, I'm gonna go to an engineering school, Virginia Tech. If I don't know what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna waste 50, 60 grand, and that's what's happening
Right.
right now. But
But if you think about it too, like a lot of people can get their business from other things like certification. Sometimes you don't even need a degree to like
hmm
be that CEO or those other things. Like people are getting really creative now and
right
ways to like get through the door. Sometimes it's even just knowing people.
now,
Like
is not having a degree gonna be good in the long term, like 20 years down the road when you're 40?
honestly, I think so. Like I think a lot of people can get certifications and that's like the way, like all these cyber certs and
Mhm.
IT and like you don't. It's hard. It's hard because
Then they need to bring back trade school or at least like
right, something like
auto
that.
whatever engineering. Because I know in at Rockridge where I went and graduated, we had aerospace and wood shop and
That's
everything. So I
cool.
was in aerospace and tech foundations. I was building cement pillars.
That's pretty cool.
So I could get busy with my hands, and if I
Yeah.
didn't want to go to college, I can literally go to construction. And
Yeah.
that's what
That's
people are
money.
doing. That's
Yeah.
bread. But they took that out of the curriculum, and now you're leaving kids stranded after their
Yeah.
graduation. After they graduate,
Well, so let me ask you, since you got your degree, do you feel like it's benefited you in getting your job? Like, do you think if you didn't have your degree, you wouldn't have your job now?
for sure.
Okay.
Because I'd say, well, it depends because mm, I'd say I wouldn't be where I would be today if I didn't go to school because I got the connections. I built up confidence
Yeah.
while going
Yeah.
away to school, even if it's like in the same state, going away to school, building connections
Yeah.
on the similar peers.
That's true.
Granted, on the flip side, if I didn't go to college, I could start my experience right then and there.
What about that
But
school debt?
I don't mind. Pay what
Man.
you get what you ask for.
Yeah.
You can't complain about getting debt for going somewhere. It's
Yeah.
like how you gonna complain about the HOV lane if you drive in the HOV lane? Come on.
I'm that person, man.
Yeah, like like I of course I complain and whatnot, but I just if you asked for it, there's no reason to complain. Get it how you live it and get it out the mud.
Yeah, we all gotta grind. We all gotta do
Exactly.
it. So
And when people say, "Oh, I'm from the mud," blah blah blah, bro, I don't care. What's important is how you got. I want to learn about the journey. Forget where you came from. Forget where you started. Tell me the journey, and
right.
I love where you ended up because I want to hear about the journey, not where
Yeah.
you started. Because
Yeah.
anybody can start from anywhere. You think I really care more because you said I got it from out the mud or whatever? No,
Hmm.
you're just like every other person that says
Seriously.
that. It's a
I
general
agree.
term nowadays, but that's my take.
Yeah.
I can't stand this generation, but I try to help y'all. That's why I made this. But y'all can tap in if y'all want or not. This is my friend Kayla. I thank you so much for pulling up.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me. I
No
loved it.
problem, no problem. Would love to have you back on the episode.
Please invite me again. Don't
Oh,
forget
for
about
sure.
me.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Maybe we'll have another person in the sport industry, or maybe someone
Oh,
in a different industry that can apply something to your, your personal life or a skill. So catch you on the flip. Deuces.